Good morning, everybody. It's beautiful outside. It's cool. It is cooler than it was yesterday. And I haven't posted in way too long. But we've been busy. We've had some bird problems. And I want to talk about those bird problems today. And we also have some new additions to the homestead. So hang on for just a minute and we're going to talk about a whole bunch of good kind of stuff. We'll be right back. Living on the farm, living on the farm, living on the farm, well, doggies. Hey everybody. Yeah, you hear that? It's Matt here at Double M Homestead, and I'm leaning over because I've got rooster action over here. You see, we got Bubba, aka the meanest rooster in the world. And then over here we have Mr. Skeets. Skeets is the man. He is not. But boy, he can be mean as the devil. He's a buff Orpington. And that's what we're going to talk about today. If you look at my flock, our flock right here, you can see the little buffs, the little buff Orpingtons, and they're pretty big actually. These are 12-week-old birds now. When we got Skeets, Skeets came with another buff Orpington hen, and we call her Buffy. And Buffy is great. I mean, she does what hens are supposed to do. She lays her eggs. She takes care of the other baby birds. She helps put everybody up at night. I mean, she's a good hen. Well, because our buff Orpington hen that we started our flock with came with a rooster and some other chickens, she had some of her classmates with her, if you will. So I was thinking, well, she was walking around a few weeks ago looking kind of goggle-headed, and she wasn't getting along, and I was just worried about our existing buff Orpington hen. So I said, let's get her a friend. So we got her a friend, and I'm gonna show you where her friend is now. Her friend is in the hospital. You see, if you see Skeets right there, he is just crowing like crazy. Well, the reason he's crowing is if you look right there real close, there's a buff Orpington hen, and her name is, good gracious, Carmi. And she's a grown buff Orpington hen. You can see how big she is. She's standing up. Well, when we got her here, the very first thing that happened is she started acting like she was weak, and just like everything was just kind of overwhelming her. So I investigated it and found out that buff Orpingtons have stress issues. They have serious heart issues. So if you're going to raise them, make sure you've got 2. Make sure you got 4, 6. Make sure you have plenty of them, because if you introduce them to a new environment, they just stress out. It just really wreaks havoc on their system. So I put her in here, and I'm starting her back on a chick feed. That was the only thing she would eat, would be chick, starter grower, and you know, some very elementary food that she was eating. And so if anybody else has dealt with these issues with buff Orpington hens before, please let me know, because this one's going to live. But we've had to do some real work to get Miss Carmi to to stay alive, and she's wanting to come out soon. But I'm just giving her all the time in the world I can so she can be happy and healthy and, you know, have a happy life here on the homestead. Thanks to Miss Mary and all the fine people at Magnolia Title for sponsoring this portion of the video. She said, I know that you take roosters in. And I said, sure. And I said, what do you have? And she said, well, I've got what I thought were a bunch of roosters, turned out to be a bunch, I thought what a bunch of hens, turned out to be a bunch of roosters. So I ended up with 3 beautiful black copper Moran roosters that I'm proud to have. They're quite flighty. If you'll notice, one of my adult birds just signaled some kind of fear in the other animals, even into this one. But again, I wanted to thank Miss Mary from Magnolia Title for consigning these black coppers to the farm. I call them the copperheads, these chickens, and they're absolutely beautiful birds. If you've never seen them up close, I'm not hurting them. They're quite gamey. They can run like the wind, that's for sure. And buddy, they can crow. Them rascals can crow like you ain't never heard before in your life. But they're good birds. But anyway, that's what we're going on. Oh, I got some speckled Sussex. You gotta see the speckled Sussex. They are the cat's pajamas. I got these things at the sale barn the other day. I went there just to check out what was going on with the chickens. And I walked in, and I've been wanting some I'm gonna let him down. Yeah, because he likes to fly. Woo! There he goes. And I said, speckled Sussex. I've always wanted some, because they're just, aren't they beautiful? They come from England, but I haven't heard them talk yet, so I don't know if they have an accent. But I'm gonna see if I can pick one up. Hold on. I started to pick her up, but I felt feathers turning loose, and I didn't want to rip her tail feathers out. If you look right up here, that's the flock block. You remember in the video not too long ago, we were talking about the flock block, how I put it out, see if they pick at it, if they got minerals. Well, I found out something really neat about the flock block. A flock block is good for one thing and one thing only. Actually, 2 things. The chickens will eat it. They will eat it. It also attracts flies by the millions. I was not paid to put out that flock block. That is my opinion. I paid for it with my own money. So that's the way I do it. I can feed chickens on the ground. It doesn't stink. I can even feed them grain on the ground. It doesn't stink. You get a flock block, it's gonna stink. Matt, we are doing well here at the homestead. The trees are beautiful as always. The chickens are having a great time free ranging. We appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate you guys participating. So please like, subscribe, share. Every bit of that stuff helps to promote the channel, to promote what we're doing, and to try to keep people staying closer to the food that they eat. So that's it for me, for Matt and Double M Farms Homestead. We're gonna say, see you later and God bless. Living on the farm, living on the farm, living on the farm.